Good morning, church. There's a very popular phrase that says, fake it till you make it. And that might work out for some things, but that's not going to work for our spiritual life. We can't fake it and expect results. The Bible tells us of a man that brings his son who is just being tormented by a spirit that just would hurt him and try to kill him. In Mark chapter 9, verse 17, and one of the multitude answered and said, Master, I have brought unto thee my son, which hath a dumb spirit. And wheresoever he taketh him, he teareth him, and he foameth and gnasheth with his teeth, and pineth away. And I spake to thy disciples that they should cast him out, and they could not. A few verses down, we read that the spirit would often throw him into the fires or into the water to kill him, to destroy him. Can you imagine how the father felt? How this child felt, the scars of these afflictions on him. And he turned to the disciples because they walked with Jesus. They could surely do something for him, but they couldn't. And he says they just couldn't. They weren't able to. They couldn't fake it to make it. They tried. The disciples later asked, why weren't we able to? So we know that they actually tried. And maybe they used the same words that Jesus would use when he would heal someone. Or the same tone of voice. And maybe they stood the same way. And maybe they used the same gestures that he did. They tried to mimic what he did. But this spiritual battle wouldn't be won with gimmicks. It needed real power. And while the disciples walked with Jesus, unfortunately, at the time, they weren't living like Jesus. Jesus is, of course, able to deliver the child and give him a new life like he has for us. But he answers his disciples and he says, do you want to know why you weren't able to cast them out? This kind can come forth by nothing but by prayer and fasting. You can't fake this, guys. It doesn't matter how well you imitate me or try to do what I did. If there is no real spiritual living, don't expect real spiritual victories. And as Christians, we need to know our God. We can't just get by living like other Christians or just doing things out of tradition because our parents did this or that. We need to walk with God. We need to be strengthened in prayer and consecration. We can't expect spiritual victories just because we look really nice on Sunday morning. Day by day, we have the need to live a devoted life. We don't know what we're going to face. We don't know what the day will bring. And faking it is not going to be enough. And so I encourage you and I challenge you to not be satisfied with just going with the flow or just doing the superficial Christian life. And why would we want to? When it is such a privilege and a blessing to spend time with our God and to grow and to be edified and strengthened and emboldened by His grace. The disciples had a difficult task to take care of, but Jesus could do it. They just had to put superficiality aside and actually meet with God in a truly and sincerely devoted manner, and God would take care of it. And that is also available to us. God bless you.